Hello and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is a channel where we talk about the craftiness that I've been doing this week. I do try to do these weekly. If you are new here, because we have some new folks, thank you so much for subscribing and joining our community. And if you are returning, you guys, thank you so much for coming back and spending time with me. It is Tuesday night at about 9:17. I just got back from my nail appointment, and I figured we would roll the dice so that I can figure out what I'm going to take to the yarn shop with me tomorrow, because I do volunteer at my local yarn shop on Wednesdays. And so I roll the dice once a week. And if you're new here, what that means is I have an app here on my iPhone or my iPad. We roll the dice on my iPad, and it tells me which cubby to go to on my whip wall, because I have cubbies on a wall in my house and they are full of project bags with active whips on them. And then I have a second dice that shows me which project to take out of that cubby. So let me show you, if you are looking to get in touch with me, all the ways you can do that are listed in the description box below. Yeah, I think that's it. I haven't said that in a long while. So email, Ravelry, Instagram. I try hard to get back to people and respond. I'm not always super on top of it because I have been busy. But let's look at how much progress I made last week. So this project does not have a pattern to it. It's crochet, and I'm doing the linen stitch, and I started at the narrowest point down here, and I'm just gradually increasing. Try to get it so that, there we go. So I started down here, and I did 5 colors or 5 stripes of each color for 6 colors. Here is where I was last week when you guys saw it. So I was right here, and this is my progress so far this week. So I feel like I did pretty good. Now this blanket is already getting super wide, right? It's doing, and I have 42 colors. Now, I'm not going to be doing, so down here, like I said, I was doing 5 stripes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once I hit number 7, I was doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once I get to number 13, I'll do 3 stripes of each color. So that is my plan. Once I hit color number 21, I'm going to start, I'll end up going back up because I'll be doing my decreases instead of increases. So that is my progress this week. Isn't it gorgeous? I loved this. This might be one that I keep handy to be my do it in church on Sunday project, because I do take a project with me on Sunday mornings. And this was a great one to do because I'm not having to follow a pattern. And anyway, so I have moved my progress keeper up to the top. So the next time the dice rolls this project, I'll be ready for it. Now I did, let's see if this is all I have left of the Cascade Heritage white that I'm putting in between each of the minis. This, I did have the next one weighed. I did weigh this so that I have my beginning weight in my spreadsheet. And I'm ready to just start as soon as I roll this one again. Now, the mini skeins are from Always Be Kind Yarn, and she had a trunk show at my local yarn shop, and me and my she was 8 at the time, but she's 9 now. My daughter and I went through and chose one of each color that the Laura with Always Be Kind Yarn had. And we had so much fun. And I just, picked one of each and got one of each, and my daughter made sure I didn't have any duplicates, and it was just, I love doing that. And then when I'm done, I'll be able to send the dyer of Always Be Kind a picture that kind of features all of her colors. That's kind of cool. So again, this is the linen stitch with crochet, and I am using a size D hook or 3.25, I think last week, even though I showed it and I was looking at it, I think I said 2.25, but it is, as you can clearly see, a 3.25. So let's get this project put back on the whip wall. And I will be putting this down in the bottom two cubbies, cubbies 17 and 18, so that those two cubbies don't get rolled. So the most recent projects are in those cubbies, so that everything gets kind of in the cycle. But let me put this back in the big project bag that's holding all of the minis. Let's roll the dice here. You guys can see it. So open the dice app. I'm going to tap the screen, and we're going to go to cubby 10, project 1. Let's go see what we get. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite parts of the week. Okay, here we are. I have put the linen stitch blanket back down there. These are cubbies 17 and 18. And I have a 16-sided dice. So just the first 16 cubbies get rolled. These two are the most recent that have gone back on the whip wall. So let's go to cubby 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're gonna take project bag number 1. Oh, I love this one. Put your big girl panties on. I think I cut myself off as I was saying how much I love this project bag. It says, put your big girl panties on and deal with it. Oh, I love this project bag so much. I don't even remember what project is in here, but this project bag is done by a local person to me. Her company is called Knitted Niceties. Here's her logo. Absolutely love this project bag. Ah, yes. Oh, Stephen West. Stephen. So this is my treasure trove project. So if you've been around here, you'll know that a few weeks ago I finished my Meshy Twist by Stephen West, and I'm going to bring up that project again here in a few minutes. But that project was cast on for one of our Zoom friends' birthdays last year. She's like, I just want everybody to cast on a Stephen West in black and neons. Well, I had said, I just cast on all of my neons into this other Stephen West project, which is how we ended up coming up with those other colors in my Meshy Twist. So we're not here to talk about the Meshy Twist, but this is the other project that I did with my black and neons. Look at that. Oh, so I'm gonna move this progress keeper up. This is the Treasure Trove project by Stephen West. And if you're not familiar with this project, these dip stitches that you see in the yellow, it's all you see through the whole project. Okay, now I used yellow here, and then when I run out of yellow, which who knows how long that'll be, but when I run out of yellow, then I'll put in the green neon, and then I will put in probably the blue, and then the purple, and then the pink. Now I have different amounts of each of these. These balls are different sizes. So I'm just gonna go through and use up all of my neon wool in this treasure trove. And it is a wrap. I'll insert a picture of the treasure trove. I'll put in Stephen West's project picture from Ravelry. But yeah, this will be a fun one. I think this will be a pretty easy one to get into the groove and memorize and just get into a knitted flow. But yes, this is what I will be working on this week. That's exciting. Now, I do not have the project in the project bag because I use my Knit Companion. So that will be fun. I do enjoy working from Knit Companion for some of these projects. Yeah, so that's what I'll be working on. Let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about what I'm wearing. Last week I wore my outline tee, which was the first one, and I told you guys I had made a blue one with some enhanced sleeves. And you know, this is one project. I go out in public and I get so many comments on this outline tee, and it is just, and it is usually on the sleeves. People are like, oh, that's the outline, but you did something different with the sleeves. I do love this outline tee. I'll show you. I'll stick it up. It just, this pattern goes so well over anything, truly anything. And I made this one a little bit longer than the purple because the purple comes to about here. So I did make this a few inches longer, and I did do something different with the sleeves. But I love it. I'm gonna move my chair back up. So sorry. I have been so busy. You guys, yesterday, I don't think I sat down. I don't think I crocheted a single stitch yesterday. I have been so busy. I've been dyeing wool. I have more that I have to rinse, and I have wool in all stages. I'll put a little clip in here of kind of it going through the process, but I've got a lot. I've got a lot that I'm doing right now. To include, I showed you guys last week some of these so I made some bags for life's big decisions, and I got these bags in loads of colors, but for me, when I need to do household chores and it's the weekend, I don't want to do chores. So some of these were just for me personally, but I'm going to do either 30 minutes of chores or I flip the coin and I get 30 minutes of crafting. I set my timer for 30 minutes and then I flip the coin again. We'll see how clean my house can get. Sometimes it's like, do I want to go to the yarn shop? Do I want to stay home? So I'm going to craft with friends. Or you can flip the coin. I'm gonna craft from home. So another really big one is when you're going to have lunch with friends. I'm gonna pick the food. You're gonna pick the food. What do you want to eat? I don't know, you decide. No, you decide. I pick the food, you pick the food. Who's gonna pick the food today? This was a fun one. Now, this is a knitting channel. Are we going to cast on a new whip or work on an old whip? When it comes time to make that decision, that's a really big decision. So that coin goes in the bag. For me, am I gonna weave in the ends or pick up the next whip? If I have a coin that tells me Just weave in the ends, Tonya. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Am I going to start a new project? Am I going to shop from my stash, or am I going to shop for more yarn? Shop from my stash? I don't know. Patterns. Ooh, what is that new project going to be? I'm going to find a new pattern, or I'm going to look at my library. Where's the pattern going to come from? What am I going to work on? So I love this kind of stuff. I have a few others in here. I love this kind of thing, and it just keeps things fun and random, and I love that. So these are all things that I've been doing, and they will eventually be going into my Ko-fi account. I am getting ready for a trunk show, so a lot of this stuff, I'm getting lots of them ready for my trunk show. I have a few other things that I've been working on, but not ready to show them just yet. So I mentioned that I would be talking about my that meshy twist. If you guys have been here for a little while, you'll know that I finished that meshy twist, and when I blocked it, it was like 9 feet long. Well, when you have a 9-foot long project crammed onto a knitting needle, I had 1,181 stitches. 1,181 stitches on the needle. Do you know how long it takes to do 1,181 stitches? A long time. And as you have them, sorry, I'm trying to get these in order. As I had them on my needle, my knitting needle, and they're all cramped on there, I'm like, surely I'm at the halfway mark. Surely I'm close to the end of this project. But I had so many that I couldn't spread it out. So I created some cheerleading stitch markers that we can use when we have loads and loads of stitches on the needle. And the very first one at the beginning of your row says, here we go. Oh, we know it's going to be a long one. So here we go. And then maybe a quarter way in, it seems like you've already been going forever. Don't give up. Don't give up. This is the one I'm always wanting to look for halfway. And then maybe 3/4 of the way. You got this. And the last one, close to the end, but not quite there, but the end is in sight. I realized with that meshy twist that this was something I needed to have. And if I need to have it, surely there's other people that need to have this. So that's something else that will be going up in the Ko-fi shop soon. Lily, but yeah, I think that's all. Come on. Come on. Lily. Come here. Come here. Lily, come. Good girl. She's not known for her brains. She's known for her heart. She has a great big heart, very little brain. It's not something I'm used to. So yeah, you guys, I think that's about all I have to share. Anthony has been having a great time helping me. Alex has been having a great time helping me. And the yarn shop that I'm doing my trunk show at my trunk show is going to be over the weekend of local yarn shop day. So I'm super excited, and she talked about it in her live today, and I was just like, oh, it's happening, it's happening. But I have so much work to do, and I'm having such a fantastic time doing all of it. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I will be going to the yarn shop. I will be taking my treasure trove project with me. You guys, I hope you're all doing great. Like, I just hope you're all doing wonderful. I personally am ready for spring. I'm ready to, for some warm weather. Yeah, I'm ready. Right now, at this very moment, I'm ready to eat dinner and go to bed. I am ready for bed. I don't know why today is a day that I want to go to bed early, because I slept in this morning and it was great. But for now, that's all. I hope you're all doing great. You guys, thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for the comments, and thank you for this great community. I so appreciate all of you. And I will see you all soon. Bye. I'm back. Surprise! So I recorded last Tuesday. You guys will have watched all of that. I had my nail appointment. I went to the yarn shop on Wednesday, and I got home Wednesday night and I had this absolutely debilitating headache. And it was a really intense headache, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't like push through it. And by Friday morning, I decided, maybe I shouldn't be pushing through this quite so much. So I kind of just took it easy. I didn't edit the video at all. I think I may have transferred it so that I could edit it, but I don't even know at this point. However, I know that it's time now. I had so Friday with this headache, I just kind of relaxed and forced myself to take a break. And I took a super hot shower, and I waited a little while, and I took a really warm bath and just kind of relaxed. And I would say by Friday evening, my headache was gone, which was great, because Saturday I got to go hang out with a wonderful friend. And we found a lovely restaurant. It was one of those things where I shouldn't say one of those things. Maybe this doesn't happen to everybody, but it happened to me. So I was sitting there visiting with her at her house, and we were talking about movies and actors and things. And whatever she said, I don't even remember what she said, but a few minutes later, she's like, so where do you want to go for lunch? Because we had planned on going to lunch. And I said, well, you said something that made me think of euros. I said gyros. I say gyros. She said euros. And I have no idea what it was she was talking about. I don't know what it was that she said, but as she was talking about this movie and this actor and the co-stars, I was like, yeah, a gyro does sound really good. I think that's what I want to go eat. So we ended up finding a restaurant. We had such a great day. We did a little bit of shopping. We just had an absolutely wonderful day. Sunday, I went and hung out at the yarn shop, which isn't something I normally do, but this week I went. A friend of mine was like, hey, I'm working. Why don't you come in and say hi? So I went to the yarn shop after church on Sunday, and it was just a great weekend, but I did need to get rid of that headache. So lots of information for you guys. I did go see a doctor. That's a whole nother thing about the doctor's appointment. I couldn't tell you what's wrong with my head because they didn't do anything about it. There was a very significant personality clash between me and the person that was, I basically just said, this is going to be a communication issue between you and I think I need to see another provider. So I have another appointment scheduled for Wednesday. This is not a person that will be treating me, and I thought it was okay for me to say that. So I have another appointment, but I have to wait now to go see that person. And then maybe I'll have some more answers about why I'm getting these headaches. It is a little, it makes me worry a little bit because of what happened in December, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. but it's time to show you guys my progress on last week's whip, which you will have just watched me if you watch this all in one sitting. I rolled the dice last week and I pulled out this project bag. It's been around a little bit. It's a little dirty. But this is the project bag. And inside this project bag that was made by Knitted Niceties, who's a local person to me, is my treasure trove by Stephen West. And this is a project that has been on my needles for well over a year. It is, and I had started working on this at the doctor's office, so I'm gonna finish this row. 1 second. Okay, that took me a little bit longer than I thought. It would have been better if I would have just undone that row and taken off from there. So last week when I rolled the dice, I was right here at this stitch marker. This is all the progress that I had last week. I have since finished the yellow, shifted into the green. You guys, look at how amazing that is. Oh! Doesn't that look great? I love it. So after I get through the green, I'll go into the blue, then the purple, then the pink. And this will be a nice long rectangular shaped wrap. Very excited about that. I'm gonna move this progress keeper up so the next time I roll the dice, I don't accidentally forget to do that. So progress keeper has been moved up. And on my spreadsheet, what I have started doing is keeping track of the last date that I rolled that, that project, so that at the end of the year, I'm gonna be able to look back and say, oh, I didn't even work on these this year. So I wanna make sure that I'm keeping track of how often I'm rolling each project. So this week, this was the, what is this called? Treasure trove. Here we go. So the last day that I rolled this, was last week. So we're gonna go ahead and roll the dice, and I will get the camera up here, the iPad up here, so that we can see what we're gonna work on this upcoming week when I actually do edit this video and get it up. So Treasure Troves is going away. I'm gonna close all the other apps on my iPad. And then we will, oops, let's see if I can get a hold of this so that you guys don't see a reflection. So there's the dice app. We're gonna open that up, tap the screen, and we're gonna go to Cubby 7, project number 1. Let's go see what that is. Okay, so here is the whip wall. I have put the treasure trove back down here. And we're gonna go to Cubby 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and take out project number 1. We'll go see what's in here. Okay, so here we are. Got my project bag. I don't know what I would do without caffeine. I'm guessing 25 to life. And inside here, ooh, it's a wrap by Aspen Knits, I believe. Let's see here. Yes. I don't know that I'm very far on it. Yeah, it's called the Slipstream, designed by Aspen Knits. It's a picture. And I am, let's look at progress here. this is where I'm at. Aren't those beautiful colors? Ah, so pretty. So there's my progress. I'm gonna move this progress keeper up to where I am starting this project. And I got these minis. I'll show you the order that I've got. And with this project, you're doing it kind of in a weird order. You're not necessarily going in with 1, 2, 3, 4. You're using color 1. You've got colors 1 through 10. You're using color 1 as your main color and using color 10 as your contrast color. And then you shift into color 2 as your main and 9 as your contrast. And you gradually 3 and then 8, 4 and then 7, and you gradually go back this way so that by the time you get down here, you're using 10 as your main color and 1 as your contrast color. So I'm super excited to see how that goes. I've got here are the colors. I don't have them all balled up, but these are the ones I haven't wound or needed. So these would be probably 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then as I go through, they shift. But these are pretty much the tones that I'm using throughout. There's some more. Yeah, I'm super excited. I think this will be a really nice one to have done for springtime. Let's see how much I can get done. I've got Alex this week and her spring break is next week. So she does not have school this Friday and her dad is out of town this week, which doesn't affect us because this is her week with me anyway. But I do get to teach a beginner crochet class to a 10-year-old this Friday. So that'll be really exciting. I've been dyeing a bunch of yarn. I'm getting ready for my trunk show, you guys. That's going super great. I know I've already showed you guys a few things that I made a week ago. I'm not going to show you more because you're going to get tired of seeing all that, but I'm just making lots of stuff and I'm having so much fun doing it. So I'm going to get going. I've got wool I need to rinse, wool I need to twist, wool I need to dye. I've got wool coming out of my ears right now, but I am going to get on Zoom and visit with some friends and have some lunch and then go get Alex and start my week with her. So I hope you guys are all doing great and I will edit this one and get it up and I'll see you guys in a week or so. Bye.